Navy Thomas tells us that Logan Smothers will take over as the quarterback this year.
Navy been talking to Mario Verduzco, text messaging with Coach Verduzco. I don't know. But I will say this, though. I think most of fall camp, everybody's been asking me about that backup quarterback spot. And I every time I've answered it saying that Heinrich Harburg, in my mind, is the number 2 guy. But that competition is still going on. And the longer it lingers on, the more I hear the coaches talk that I think Logan Smothers is going to be the backup quarterback going into the season. And I did have a chance to talk to Logan the other day, a little one-on-one there. And I go back a long way with Logan. I went and covered him in Muscle Shoals, Alabama when he was a senior in high school, and got to know his family and his coach and staff down there and all the people in Muscle Shoals. And I see a little bit of difference in him now. I think he gets it now. He finally has the grasp of the offense, and he's not guessing anymore on where he should be putting the ball. And I think he's worked on his accuracy, and he's always had a strong arm. And that ball's always had a good snap coming off of his hand. And I think that he's really progressed a lot this fall. And not to take away from Heinrich Harburg either, because he's had a great fall camp as well. And I think Nebraska's got 3 very capable quarterbacks right now that you could put any one of them out there in a certain situation, and I think that they would do well.
Mason says, if you had to choose one, would you choose a long down corner? I guess that would be a lockdown corner.
Lockdown.
The typos and the punctuation tonight has been everybody's like off their game. No question about that. Or an elite pass rusher, and does Nebraska have any of those kind of guys?
So I'm thinking that Mason must have been watching our coverage of the press conference on Monday when Sam McEwen of the Omaha World Herald asked Eric Shenander that very question. And I know that Sam's comment was, and that was a question that somebody had asked an NFL coach, and he said that every NFL coach that answered that question said a lockdown corner every single time. I think Coach Shenander kind of took it. He kind of agreed with that, but I think he kind of backtracked on it a little bit too. And an elite pass rusher always does help out a lot, but I think it depends on your situation. It depends on the other personnel that you have on your team to make that final decision. But those are definitely the 2 most coveted spots on there that you try to recruit year in and year out, and those are your difference makers. And I think maybe more along that lines of when I think a lockdown corner in the NFL is harder to come by than an elite pass rusher in the NFL, and I think the reverse in college football. I think it's harder to find an elite pass rusher. And I think you see a lot of really good lockdown corners, and Tyreek Jackson's one of those guys that hopefully you think is one of those guys, because that's another one of those position battles that's hotly contested right now, is that one spot on the defense, that opposite cornerback from where Cam Taylor-Britt is. And, you got Tyreek in there, and you got Braxton Clark in there, and you got Quentin Newsome in there. And I think it's a battle right now, and I don't think they know who's going to be the starter at this point.